Hello and welcome to SportsVision, the magazine on WTMB. Joe Palo, Mike Cragen, Fajita Palo, and Bear Cragen
is spending a night with a friend. He's on a trip. That's right. Hey,
road trip.
Lots of things this week that happened. We had a couple of things we didn't get to cover. So it was the Cleveland game on Monday night got rained out. Bradley game got rained out. We're going to bring both of those to you, so we're adjusting things. Might have a little political fun at the end just because that's the way we are. Remember the hanging chads and stuff way back 4 years ago. Oh, yeah. And that great interview. Might see that sometime soon.
And what party are we going to dog today?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's only one, isn't there?
That's true.
Several things went on. There was something happened Saturday that nobody else in the United States did, probably throughout the world did, or has ever done, as far as what went on at the Creek Ridge estate, the pavilion.
Creek Ridge Stadium.
They had the blue and gold game. UTC was there at a fundraiser, a fantastic thing. We also have some freshman Bradley baseball, and we have last week's. It happened at the end of the week. We already taped SportsVision, but we're going to show you Walker Valley Bradley High School. First meeting ever. Yes. Quite an event. So lots of things to go through today. We're going to have to get rolling with it.
Do it.
This happened last Friday night. Saturday. Let's roll the tape here, Mark. At the UTC. Look at it, the referees. This is an actual football game now to set this up for you. Held at the pavilion on the Jones estate over there at Creek Ridge, they call it, up in Anatole. And it's an actual football game. This was a fundraiser for the UTC program, and they had all the UTC players, of course, the cheerleaders, the dance team, actual officials, and there's the mock, got the whole thing.
The mascot.
Working. The mascot, yes, sir. That's the UTC mock right there, and they had it all, and listen to the music in the background. The band was there, and lots of local celebrities, including Phil Fulmer, and, of course, Rodney Allison was their head coach of the Mocks, and lots of awards and special halftime stuff was going on. Listen to this, Blake Morris. Playing for the Mocks right there. There's kind of a team photo opportunity. It was a fundraiser, but it was a scrimmage. They played some real football. We're going to show you some of the action and the halftime show, stuff you'd never see. We'll show you all that here in just a little bit, but we are going to listen to Mr. Alan Jones as he tells you what's going on.
Here just a minute. Can I get everybody to move forward? Can everybody hear me? You know, we're getting ready to kick off for a historic game. And tonight, we've got some pretty big coaches over here. Mayor Bob Corker, will you step forward? And his associate, Hacker Caldwell. The opposing team, John Thunder Thornton, would you step forward? And his co-coach, an All-American at UTC, Bucky Walford. I know for sure there's not another private football game in anybody's backyard on the college level tonight. We're in the country. Where's Coach Sloan? Steve Sloan around? Steve, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk to you. He's thinking out of the box here, and what we're doing is Steve Sloan had the idea to come up here and move this up to a backyard and raise more money than I think we've ever raised in a private football function before. Is that right, Coach Sloan? Because this is the only private football function we've ever had. I also would like for y'all to give a hand for Bill Stacy, who was close at the University of Tennessee. He was the top six, and we appreciate that. Also helping tonight is Mayor Tom Rowland. Rodney Allison is the head coach. Can you move forward? Also here tonight is my friend Philip Fulmer. Philip, are you here? Philip and Vicki Fulmer.
the band's there, Joe. I mean, that's the introduction to some of the celebrities and what was going to go on. But basically, this was to get money for UTC. As you hear the band in the background, I'm going to show you some of the action right here before the game. They actually went through the drills. You remember these things from high school.
Yeah.
But they're board drills. They'd stick the board up there, and of course, these guys would go out.
They raised a lot of money here at this event.
They raised a ton of money, Joe, and there's some special things there. They actually had camel races. They were racing a camel, had humans race a camel. They had the mock bird race the camel. I'll show you that at halftime. And quarter horses. Of course, you know the Abby Jones is highly involved with quarter horse show horses and has done great on a national level. Going to show some of that halftime. And now we got a little action right here. We're going to show you 2 or 3 plays. But just to show you it was an actual football game as well as a fundraiser.
And
take a look at this.
Hey, look at that field, how perfect it is.
It is. That field is an actual, ladies and gentlemen, this is in the backyard, so to speak, at the Creek Ridge Estate, and this is the football field line.
It's a whole new meeting to backyard football.
Exactly, referees. And then, of course, we've got the cheerleaders going on, and it was warm Saturday afternoon. This was all started about 6 o'clock. So they were dressed appropriately there without all the skirts and stuff, but that's the cheerleaders. And the dance team, of course, came out, and they all were getting their practice in for the actual things coming up for the fall football for the UTC Mocs. Here we are at halftime. These are quarter horse show.
Look at that, huh?
Abby Dalton. This was a beautiful display right here. Abby Dalton.
Abby Jones.
Yeah, Abby Jones. Sorry, Abby. We're in Dalton.
That's right. There
anyway,
you go.
look at how pretty these horses are. These
They only
are quarter
gave her
horses.
about 60 years.
Exactly. Show horses here, and these are American saddle horses. And the way you can tell is their ears are forward and their feet go in unison. I learned that as I was listening to.
Their tails are like straight up in the air. That's
Yeah, they've
hard
got
to
him,
get a horse to do that.
got him bobbed there. And then after Abby put on a great show for us, we've got camel races. And you're going to see Bailey Jones, I believe, along with a couple other kids get out there and try to race the horse. Bailey even actually lets the camel catch up. The mock cheats. He gets a head start. Camel he wasn't ready to start. See, he wasn't ready for the gun. But now here comes Mock. He's going to win because he's actually not waiting for the camel. But I want you to take a look at the sportsmanship here of Bailey Jones. He's going to let the camel catch up. See, he's going to stop. Come on, let's go. I want you at full speed.
The camel looked a little reluctant to race. It's kind of like, wait a minute, I'm going too fast. I don't really go this fast. So the camel, one hump or two.
I'd like to cut one of those humps open and see what's there. Oh, my goodness. But, hey, now where else in America did that happen on Saturday?
Presentations here. First of all, Alan, we want to present you with a UTC helmet with your number on the back. And I know you'll put that in a prominent place. We appreciate everything.
Put it on.
Thank you, Alan.
Now, of course, it's Brendan McKenzie there and Alan Jones, the 2 big fundraisers for UTC. There's a photo op right there. We had some more of the ball game, but you didn't hear it right there. But at the beginning of that little segment, Alan said they raised $100,000. Wow. This is a skybox view. He's actually got an upper deck there in the pavilion.
I think the Mocs want to play all their home games there.
Hey, wouldn't you? Check this out. $100,000, Joe. Unique fundraiser. Unique why? Because you saw camel races, a horse show, Philip Fulmer at a UTC game. A lot of UTC players were kind of excited there.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's kind of big time for them. And over 300 people, $100,000, $20,000 earmarked for wrestling. Coach Brands was there, and Alan was able to tell him we got $20,000 for the wrestling team.
And I'll tell you something, people don't realize, and we talked about it before we went on the show yesterday, people don't realize all that Alan Jones does for not just this community, but we're talking about UTC, UT Knoxville, the local schools. I mean,
Tons and tons.
Education, sports, athletics. I mean, he's really involved, and it makes a big difference. It makes a real big difference.
Those programs starve for that money. And speaking of starving, they had a great spread. They had catered-in food. They had golf carts taking you down from your car back and forth. But what an event. And I'm telling you, everybody there, including some of the celebrities, have not been treated like that. People like Phil Fulmer were just, I mean, they were in awe.
Talk about celebrities.
Like out there.
Tom Rowland was there.
Tom Rowland was there.
Mayor Rowland.
Actually, the lady behind the celebrity who really gets things done in the mayor's office and at Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
property
She runs
is
everything.
Sandra, she's got her fingers on this whole
You
thing.
know?
We'll take
Good
a
lady.
commercial break, and $100,000, man, that's a good job out there. We'll see you in a minute.
Checking the cash, checking the cash.
You got
cash emergency, you got a money mayday. We cash your personal check and then we hold it till your payday.
Checking the cash.
You want to get your money in a hurry, in a flash. You want it from a friendly place that's got a lot of class.
Checking the cash. Checking the cash.
When you get a money mayday, check into cash.
We're back on SportsVision, the
Checking into
magazine.
that cash
Hey,
at UTC, man.
how apropos there. We have the check into cash commercial right after
Hey,
that.
Guess what? After
Well, I tell you what,
after what went on Saturday, that's a well-deserved commercial.
yeah.
I shouldn't even charge you for that, but I'm going to. Hey, speaking of good stuff,
Double.
we've got going on. We had the first ever Bradley Walker Valley baseball
The Bears
game,
and the Steins.
varsity, and I tell you, it was a pretty doggone
Got
good
it.
game.
Got it.
Was kind of in the balance all the way, and that's what it's all about, competition local. Why don't we show it?
Let's do it.
Bradley Walker Valley.
Here we go. Top of the first inning. The hot-hitting Robbie McIntyre would single between shortstop and third base for the Bars. Blake Dixon now. We get Robbie there. We got Blake Dixon now. Walks to set up first and second. However, the threat would end right there for the Bradley Bars. We go to the bottom of the first.
This game.
Yeah, Walker Valley now would lead off with a walk for the Mustangs. And then Dustin Fromm. Where is he from? He's from Walker Valley. He advances runner to second base right there. And then Brandon Turner.
Well, he could smoke it.
Oh, I'm telling you what. Runner goes to third. On the fly, the threat would end, though, for the Mustangs right there. We move on now. Bottom of the second. Tyler Stafford. He don't like spiders and snakes, but he gets a double to open up the inning.
And he knows what it takes to love you.
You fool, you fool. All right, with one out, Craig Powell, there he is, Powell would single to left field. And
Comes a run.
scoring a run. Right there, we got a score, 1-0. The Mustangs after 2 innings of play, as you can see by the scoreboard. Bottom of the third, lead off. Batter would walk for the Mustangs. Then Brandon Turner would hit a hard shot. Second base beats out the throw while the runner advances to third. We got Paul Sora. Good kid, good baseball player. Sacrifice fly, and runner would be
Stay
safe
at home.
at home. Watch this as it comes in. Looks good. 2-0 Walker Valley after 3. That's what happens. Third inning.
I bet we're going to see a scoreboard that says it. There it is.
After the second inning, third inning follows. It's really weird. Top of the fourth, McIntyre. Another hit as he legs out an infield single. The threat would stop there, though. Top of the fifth, Craig Sifko leads off for Bradley. And then the pitcher balk would send him to second base. So there he goes. Dustin Ledford would sack Slifko to third. I like saying that, don't you, Slifko? Slifko. Shane Ware. Where is he from? He's from Bradley. He rips a single to put Slifko at home for Bradley's first run. Then Kellen Pickle would rifle a single to left field to make it first and second runners. And it's looking good for the Bears now. As you can see, 2-1 still. The threat would end, though, after 4.5. Bottom of the fifth, Evan McGuire. Good baseball player. Good family. Singles to left field to start the inning. He is sacrificed to second base. Right there. And then Dustin Fromm. Again, where is he from? From Walker Valley.
Oh,
almost gets hit there. He does get hit, in fact, and he takes first base. So we got runners at first and second for the Mustangs. Brandon Turner again flies out to right field. Both runners advance.
Throw right here gets away, and they both move up.
They move up. It's still 2-1, though, after 5 complete, as you'll see by the scoreboard, I promise.
Is it coming up?
There it is.
Trusty scoreboard.
All right. Top of the sixth. McIntyre again reaches as he pulls one. It's first and second. Dixon now would sacrifice his first and second out because Dixon would sacrifice him to second base.
Yeah.
There we go. Tying run gets 90 feet away as a pass ball. McIntyre goes to third base.
High ball game if he gets in,
There's the scoreboard again. Threat would end 2-1 after 5.5. Bottom of the sixth, Tyler Stafford signals to left field. And got a little focus problem. Here we go. Pat Dye would sack him to second. And then he advances to third on this.
Kyle gets over ground.
Ground out, Howell. First and third now. We have a walk. We have runners at the corners. And then McGuire would single home an insurance run. Walker Valley, the threat would end. Right there, top of the seventh, Bears last chance. Ware walks with one out, but that's it for the Bears.
No can do no more.
3-1, Walker Valley goes on to win in the first meeting of a rivalry that will happen for a long, long time.
And a good indication of things to come, because what a great ball game it was, and atmosphere. I had a guy go tape that for me. Kyle Green, thank you for
good job.
writing that down. Yeah, I was out of town, moving my son's stuff back here. He's coming home.
You're
for
out
the
of
summer.
town?
I was out of town. Kyle Green stepped in. Thank you for taping. I'm going to need you this weekend too, my pal. I'm going to have to call you. But what a great game. Thank you for the footage, Kyle. Thank you for a great game.
Win by the
Bears in the
Mustangs.
Valley Stangs, and we'll be back. Better do another commercial. It's not going to be checking the cash this time, though.
No, promise.
So when I heard Hardee's was making their hamburgers out of Angus beef, well, I just flat out didn't believe it. I mean, I've raised Angus beef for 25 years, and I know how expensive it is. Yeah, I just couldn't figure out how they could afford to put Angus beef in their hamburger. So I went into town to try it out. Boy, you could have knocked me over with a feather. They're serving Angus beef hamburgers.
Thick burgers with 100% Angus beef. It's how the last place you'd go for a burger will become the first.
Hardee's, man, $6 burgers.
$6, boy.
And they're not $6.
No.
They're a lot less than that.
And
but
you know what? I don't know what it is, but somebody's really got to make those cows mad, because they got that angry beef.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? And that guy knows angry beef.
That's right.
He can't believe that they even have it, he said.
Listen here. Bradley, freshman played. Oak Ridge, doubleheader. We got to
Talk about angry.
Let's go. I'm getting mad. Here we go. There's the action right there, and that's the beginning of the ballgame. Logan Watson's going to reach on an error, and he is going to steal second base right
Elementary,
here.
it might be a while.
He's in there as bottom of the first we are in. Wild pitch is going to get Watson over to third base, and Justin Spain, number 7, is going to walk right there. Brandon Elrod is going to sack Watson home right here for the first run of the ball game, as Elrod is out, but Watson is in as he flies out. Bottom of the second, Andrew Harrod walks. Tyler Hogan, nice sacrifice.
Hogan!
Watch this. Harrod's going to get second. Ball's going to drop, so Hogan's safe.
Oh, my goodness.
Everything's working right now. Here we go. Brian Stafford is going to advance both runners on a nice little sacrifice right there. Jesse Lascuto, base on balls. And the threat would end, however. So they're going to wish they had that later. Justin Spain, here we go, bottom of the third. Right here, he is going to get in there right there as he is on first base, and he's going to get second base also. He's going to steal third right here. Justin Spain with the wheel slides in under the tag, and guess what? The throw is overthrown. He's going to score 2-0. The Bradley freshman Bears are looking good at the moment. That score holds up till top of the fifth. Oak Ridge will get 3 on a dropped pop-up to end the game and some other errors they had going on, but they'll try to come back. Travis Craig is going to single to lead off the bottom of the fifth. 2 5-inning games, so this is the last inning right now because they played a doubleheader. Right here we have a walk to Watson, first and second, no one out. Bears looking good, but, and Dede, I'd show this, but we had a runner picked off, but the camera missed it, and I swear to God that's what happened, and you, I still think, made the wrong call, but hey, we got no proof.
Does he ever make the right call?
We got no proof. So we got the runner. The runner was picked off second. I won't tell you who that kid was. I'm still killing him. And 1 out, Spain's going to reach on an error, so it's still first and second out with 1 out, even though Dede made the call on the pickoff. But here we go.
Dede Graham Cracker.
2 outs, a fly ball, and a ground out, and they don't win. And so 3-2, they lose the ball game. But we go to game 2. New Hope. Watson's going to walk. Spain is going to HBP. He ain't liking it. Too bad. You're taking first base. And they both move up right here on a pass ball. We're in game 2. After dropping one, they probably should have won. Elrod right here. He's going to force Spain at second, but he is going to be there at first base, and the catcher's going to throw the ball away. And right there is going to get get Elrod all the way to third, and Elrod's going to come all the way in and score. So nice base runner by Elrod. 2-0 now. And here we go. Matt Reisenhoover, Job setting you up, single to left field.
It's an early morning vacuum.
But it's still 2-0 after 1. Bottom three, Watson's going to beat out this little grounder right here. He's hustling. He's moving. He's hustling. Looks like he's out, but no, he is safe. And we watch that again. That was a good call. Here we go. He's going to steal second base right here.
Are you going to show Didi making a good call for once?
And he's going to make it to third. I don't know. Every time Didi calls, I don't know. I can think it's an anti-Bradley thing. Not really, Didi. Spain.
It's an anti-Kragen thing.
Spain's going to bloop a single.
And the bomb there, it's anti-Palo.
Spain bloops a single. He scores.
And we love him.
He scores another run there for the Bears. I'm not saying any of that, Didi. Elrod follows with a single. First and second now. Andrew Harrod's going to single to left field to load the bases as the Bears are going to get this one and get it big. Tyler Hogan singles to the right side to pick up an RBI. Good job, Tyler Hogan.
Does Didi have a kid going Oak Ridge?
Mayfield's going to loop a single. Yeah, over the drawn-in infield, and another run will score. But a DP at the end of the inning. Look, they get a guy trying to get home. Harrod tries to score, and Hogan tries to get third base. Double play ends the inning, but they pick up some big runs. They lead 5-1 right now. And Casey Humphreys in the bottom of the fourth going to single.
Casey
started off. Casey Rocket Boy, he supported us when we lost Bear and Fajita. All right, Travis Cragen's going to walk his first and second. They both move up right here as we've got a pass ball. Spain's going to walk to fill him up. Fill him up, Spain. Fill him up, fill him up, fill him up.
Fill him up, Fulmer, and
There
the
he
coach
walks.
of UT.
And Elrod's going to single to score both Humphreys.
I just keep throwing them out.
Both Humphreys and Cragen on the Elrod RBI single.
Look at Didi waiting to call somebody out.
Yeah, he just can't wait. Harrod's going to single. Spain and Elrod come home. Big win, 9-1 on the second game right there. So they should have won two. They pull out one. And anyway, now just get Didi, honest to God. If I had it on tape, I'd show it. I'm an honest man on that because you said show because you thought you were right. I thought you were wrong, but guess what? We'll never know.
You always think
the camera lady's got it over here at the back. She flips it this way, and all you see is the very end of it with the runner getting up going at you, which, you know, that's kind of common.
And so how did Didi do it? Did he do it like he likes to do? Yeah.
Bam!
Yeah, he likes to do that.
Yeah. What do you got, Pickle? What do you want, Pickle? What do you got, Pickle? Just kidding, Didi. We love you. Hey, Cleveland fans, he's one of my buddies.
You know him and his sister have a group. It's Didi and Cece.
Yeah.
They have a singing group
together.
together.
We'll CC you both after a commercial.
Didi and Cece Graham.
On its own, money is not smart. It needs instruction, guidance, like the kind offered at First Tennessee. Our financial professionals help you straighten out retirement plans, get a loan, plan for college, and get your financial goals in order so your money has what it takes to wise up and work harder. And that's smart. First Tennessee, all things financial.
That is a great commercial.
That is a
I
great
love the money hitting the hornet's nest. You know?
Great commercial.
Hey, let's get serious for just a second. You know, we had a piece on a few months back.
The Tillman
about
brothers.
The Tillman brothers, how they when didn't want their contract in professional sports anymore, decided to go serve our country over in Iraq, and Pat
Tillman was
away.
the Cardinal defensive back of the Arizona Cardinals, and just had, just finished signing a $3 million contract and went away from it to go serve in Iraq. If you have not watched any TV this weekend, you haven't seen it, but you had, even all the news shows, all the sports, of course, Sports Center and all the other sports shows, but even all the Fox News, CNN News, they all had it on about Pat Tillman and Kevin, his brother.
Did ever want to be interviewed because he felt they were no different than any other man or woman serving there, and come on.
He won the Authorized Award for the SB, which is basically a service award of just how you want to live your life and stuff. And when you see those people doing Sharpie stuff in the football game, and then putting their cell phones on, and you sit there and you see somebody like that says, hey, I'm going to forego $3 million. I don't care about the airtime, and I'm not going to let any cameras follow me when I get there, and I'm going to go there, and I'm going to fight for my country. And they had a big piece on that 4 months ago, and nobody thought he'd get killed. And of course, he's one of the Rangers, who is the special forces that do all the stuff.
They were attacked last Thursday and
gets killed. But anyway, kind of political season. Of course, we've got a couple of lighthearted moments, a couple of serious moments. But you got a serious moment there because we always talk about, you and I did this thing on Under God and the Flag too. get a little political here on you today, but the under God and the flag.
And we don't mean to, but
No,
this
no.
is just a stand.
But, you know, we were
Gotta
sitting there
make-
thinking, hey, they're going to pull that out of there. You know, what kind of stuff is this? It's a big deal. I mean, you know, you can do other things.
It's what
you
our
can't.
country was founded on.
And you got a little piece there that kind
I
of
do.
tells the story of what that's about.
I do. This is a prayer. Of course, you know, as you know, prayer is no longer allowed in school, and as Mike's saying, they want to take under God out of the pledge and the whole deal. So this is a prayer, and some people may have seen this on the internet, but this was a prayer of a prayer in school that somebody sent on the internet, and I'm going to read it to you real
And
quick.
it's so true.
And it is so very true. So don't get offended by this. Just understand the words and what they mean here. Now I sit me down in school where praying is against the rule. For this great nation under God finds mention of him very odd. If Scripture now the class recites, it violates the Bill of Rights. And any time my head I bow becomes a federal matter now. Our hair can be purple, orange, or green. That's no offense. It's a freedom scene. The law is specific, the law is precise. Prayers spoken aloud are serious vice. For praying in a public hall might offend someone with no faith at all. In silence alone we must meditate. God's name is prohibited by the state. We're allowed to cuss and dress like freaks and pierce our noses, tongues, and cheeks. They've outlawed guns, but first, the Bible, to quote the good book, makes me liable. We can elect a pregnant senior queen and the unwed daddy our senior king. It's inappropriate to teach right from wrong. We're taught that such judgments do not belong. We can get our, condoms and birth controls, study witchcrafts, vampires, and totem poles, but the 10 Commandments are not allowed. No word of God must reach this crowd. It's scary here, I must confess. When chaos reigns, the school's a mess. So, Lord, this silent plea I make, should I be shot, my soul please take. Amen.
You know, that's sad but true. And, you know, sometimes we'd like to make a political statement, sometimes we don't. But just think about that. We're not affiliating
With
that
any particular
anybody.
party. You know, there's a bunch
No,
of parties now,
no.
two main ones.
Yep.
You know, you got the
Ralph
elephant and the
Nader.
donkey.
He used to be with the green, and now he's with who?
Some liberal,
the yellow party.
yeah, whatever. But you've got
Put two and two together on that.
I know the party. You know, there's parties behind everything. The parties that are behind this, there's one in particular behind this.
And I got about a minute 30 to do this.
You've got, you know, their thing for their convention.
This is their convention
itinerary.
program,
So
the
run it down.
itinerary, on the night that they are going to nominate their candidate.
Okay, go ahead. What do you got? What do they open up
This
with?
particular party at 6 p.m. opening flag burning ceremony.
Who?
6:30 anti-war rally number 1.
Hey.
6:40 p.m. Ted Kennedy proposes a toast. Can't you see that?
There you go.
7 p.m. Tribute themed to France. 7:10 p.m. collect offerings for Al Zahiri Defense Fund. 7:20 Ted Kennedy proposes a toast. The second one. All right, 7:25 tribute to theme to Spain.
Yeah.
7:45 anti-war rally number 2, moderated by
Michael Moore. Ooh, we love him, don't we?
Okay, it's 8 o'clock. John Kerry presents one side of the issues. 8:25 Ted Kennedy proposes a toast.
Hey.
Terrorist appeasement workshop at 8:30 and the gay marriage ceremony at 9 p.m. Intermission at 9:30 and somewhere Ted Kennedy's toasting someone.
Right.
At 10 o'clock, flag burning ceremony number 2, reenactment of Kerry's fake metal toss, cameo by Dean Yearing. Ted Kennedy proposes a toast, pledge of allegiance to the United States.